Oh, hello everyone. Okay, welcome. Everyone smash up that like button before we get started. Um, I'm feeling pretty hyped and yeah, I need to get myself a bit more kind of calm and it's just been mad. Like I was recording a video, a YouTube video, and I was like, okay, I've got time. I can release this video. People can watch the video. Then I'll do the live stream later, and then everything will be nice and everything will be chilled, and then we can see if we get some volatility during the stream. And then I was recording the video, and we got this massive move down, and I was able to catch this short, like right up at the highs up here, and yeah, actually, it's a really nice trade. And I was only expecting this to be a tiny little scalp position, so I went in quite hard on size, and really was not expecting such a massive move down. So yeah, profitable day so far. It's been good. Apologies to anyone who was trading the breakout, but that's what happens. You don't trade breakouts, and this is why, because people like myself are just gonna destroy you. In like the nicest way possible, just stop doing it because yeah, everyone was expecting this breakout. It's like, oh, Bitcoin's breaking out. Oh my god, Bitcoin's breaking out. And then yeah, you just had that. You were caught up at the highs here. You were flat for so long. And when you see stuff like this and you start seeing long positions coming up into this region and price doesn't continue higher, you know you're in trouble and you know people are going to get hurt. And that is, yeah, basically exactly what we've had. So yeah, I'm I'm more just like, yeah, I mean it's been a good day of trading so far, and also just because I was massively rushing because I'd planned to do this stream, where I normally don't do it, and I was mid trading and I was trying to record a video. But anyway, okay, let's get into the price action. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope no one's been kind of caught out too much by this big move down that we're seeing. I did take a little scalp long as we took these lows down here, but that didn't quite work out. So we'll see. I'm prepared to get back into a long position. And I do think it seems like we may have a little bounce here. So this is kind of nice, but that was mad. That came out of nowhere. So I'm going to actually have a look at what caused that because it was literally in the middle of when I was recording a video. So we'll go over that. We will, yeah, go over a bunch of other stuff. Again, as always, if anyone has any questions, please do let me know. And if you haven't already watched today's video, I did upload a video just before I started this stream. It was supposed to come out a little bit earlier today, but that was slightly delayed. So please do go and watch that as soon as this stream is finished. It's more of just a, I don't know, it's that kind of video that I don't do often, but it was a good fun one to make. So cool. All right, let's go into the price section and let's start having a look at things. So very interesting for this is, yes, so we do have the CPI data. If anyone has that, or anyone has any information on that, please do let me know, because again, we've had this big move down. I haven't traded the news, but we knew it was coming, and we know that is likely to bring volatility going into the New York Open, which is happening in just a minute. So we will continue to watch this. We know that there's been a big dump down on the S&P 500 as well. So this is just the pre-market going on. Of course, SPX not yet open, but we're going to get this gap down. Now, how cool is that? Like, you literally just poke your head through after filling the gap yesterday, and we're going to open all the way back down here, aren't we? So on the S&P 500, we literally are going to open at this gap in 10 minutes, which is really, really cool. So we're going to go, we've gapped up yesterday, filled the gap right at the close of the session, and we're going to open down here, which is, man, the stock market's trading so good right now. And it's really good to see, and it's really easy to trade because you were able to get some good Bitcoin trades out of this. Cool, so Federico and Condi are saying, and Eldad, 7.6% was more than the market expected, which means a dump. CPI was higher than expected. Inflation rose to 7.5 over the past year, even more than expected, and the highest since 1982. The funny thing about this is that I know, I know that it was like higher than expected, but it's just mad that you get like inflation going up over 7.5% and assets just end up going, oh no, I've had enough. Like it's actually quite a good thing for any assets because you're not in cash. But still, so on the macro, it's kind of cool. Inflation's good for Bitcoin hodlers in the generally in the long run. But yes, it does bring in a lot of uncertainty into the market for sure. 7.4% would have been flat. I mean, so what? It's only like a 0.6% difference. Ugh. I don't know. I don't care. I don't trade the news. I traded the technicals, and that's what played out. This was all priced in, so that's the reason. Like I was very, very convinced. And again, the video that I did today does explain like every single trade that we've had over the past couple of days. Like literally every trade that we've taken. And for a lot of people, this is, oh, no trade zone, you can't trade these areas. But for me, this is like so much fun. So I trade the technicals. I'm aware that this was going to bring in volatility and possibly speed up the process slightly, which is what we've seen. So we have clearly seen that process speed up. But look, SPX filled a gap, right? As soon as it did that, and it was here as well, as soon as you do that, you have this little double top thing and you dump. Now, this would have happened anyway, regardless of the data, okay? It's technicals, and they are so important. All that the news has done is sped this up. I'm convinced that what we would have seen up here is something like this, grinding down, coming back into this area and then doing something like this. And yeah, that's just the thing, it's just sped it up. So let me go into yeah, Q&A, and we will take a look at the charts, and we will also have a look at the New York Open when it happens. But anyway, I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce here. I think that would make sense. I think if we do have a look on, well, have I got the same chart open twice? Let me just do this. Let's see what we've got caught down at the lows, and then we will answer any questions that people may have. A massive increase in open interest and a huge increase in shorts. Yeah, we're going to bounce here. We'll be all right. Lots of longs stopped out. Huge negative delta. So we're looking at about 50 million sold there on Bybit. FTX. Yeah. About 150 million sold there. So yeah, we've seen a lot of selling. And why is this all so small? 300 million. 500 million. So we've seen, a lot of selling. I'm going to open up AgriTrade. It's annoying that I don't have that open as well, because it would have been nice to have seen these orders coming in. And we'll see if that happens. But yeah, we've probably had about $1 billion of Bitcoin sold in the last half hour or something. Yeah. Let's see if I can go into... Why have my tabs gone? Liquidations. Not too bad. Okay. All right, calm down. I've been, yeah. SPX. Where are we here? Possibly looking a little bit lower. And let's go into these lower time frames. All right. Okay, so we've got a few questions here. So, Quinny, apparently 5,000 BTC sold in one go. It probably was about that. We're looking at, yeah, across all exchanges, probably was about that we had um, on there. And that, like, that wouldn't have been just selling, that would have been stops being hit, it would have been liquidations, it would have been all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it does seem to be about that. Why made you decide to short as we kept going higher? So I did cover that again. I was talking about this earlier, and I did take the short position. Where is it? I did take a short. I posted this somewhere. So yeah, I did take this short here. You can't really see that very clearly, but it was at $45,110. I've closed out of most of that now because it went a lot more crazy than I was expecting it to. But basically, my only real thinking for it was that this was just getting really, really, like, it seemed like very much a not manipulated, but a very controlled move up, a purposeful move up in order to fill short positions. And we saw evidence of that when we were up at these highs. So basically, okay, what happened earlier on today? We were having like a parabolic advance on Bitcoin. Okay, you can see here, this is very, very simply what it was doing. Okay, you can see that big curve up, and that follows really nicely actually. So you can see this big curve up, price just increasing in speed, increasing in speed, increasing in speed, just people just bidding it all the way higher, 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 until the point in which everyone starts to get really bullish. And that happening with all this speculation about the CPI data, about all of this kind of stuff, about how this is going to be bullish for the market, you have people starting to long into resistance, starting to trade the breakout. And what we get up at the highs here, and this is just something to look out for. It's very, very difficult to trade, and if you don't, like, if you're not experienced and you don't have like a really kind of, you haven't seen this kind of stuff happen very often, is it does become very hard to trade. But what you can see we're just chopping, 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 and then it just holds. It just stops. Okay, so instead of it being like, if you'd have continued to see this, then that would have been okay, but it just holds here, and you can see that that there is just intent to hold this above this price. Now when I see stuff like that, when price is going up so crazy, and I can just go on to, hey, this is looking good. I can just go back to where the exact moment in which I did short, which was right here. Okay, you can see this being held up. You can see 100 Bitcoin holding price up and it not being able to get any higher. So for me, what this was saying to me is that, okay, there are people that are wanting to close out of long positions and get short, because you could see price coming in to resistance, into these asks on the chart. You could see here that we'd got some liquidations, we've got all of that kind of stuff, and we'd got a lot of buying into it, and then price holds. And this was on FTX, and it was happening on other exchanges as well. But price holds here. At that point, I went short. So I did get that short. It wasn't the, I mean, this was on the way down probably. So what was my entry? 45, 110. So yeah, not the best entry above here, but I did notice this and was able to take that as price was coming down. Now, you just see this all the time. And for me, it would have been, okay, there's a clear invalidation up at these highs. It does say that I think people are probably wanting to fill short positions. So I did take that. I did then ride it down to here. And then it gave you a really good opportunity to get back in at this point. So we can see, we'll keep this going on here actually. We'll draw your fibs. And what happens is you come into your 618. This is actually much easier to do on TradingView. You come into your 618 here, and then you get continuation lower. You hit a few bids. You come in, you stop out the early shorts on this. Let me get rid of that. You stop out the early short positions. Why is it not getting rid of it? Never mind. And then we just have this big move to the downside. So again, I can show you it on here. And also you can see the parabolic kind of advance we had that did get broken. You come back in to this golden pocket region, bring price down further. What this then does is creates this little bit of a correction into 618 and then down to have this little ABCD correction. You then come back up, take out these highs, stopping people in out that are in these short positions from this kind of area. And then it just dumps afterwards. So yeah. Liquid, this is a public live stream. It should be public anyway. I'm assuming it's public. I'm hoping it's public. Otherwise, that's a mistake from myself. But yeah, this is a public live stream. Okay. So that was my reason. Reason being for getting into the short position, and yeah, have closed most of that out. In fact, I closed a lot of it like back here, and then of course when we did come down and we hit some support down here, I closed some more of it. So yeah, that was the reason for taking the short, and we are getting that bounce now. So what we've also had today, so just as another little educational thing, is anyone aware? So anyone who is not in crew, or hasn't really seen any of my videos before, are you aware of the 80% setup, or have you heard of it before? It's something that gets traded a lot in legacy markets. It's like a really old school trade setup, but it's something that works really nicely in these range bound conditions. And we've had that play out today in a really interesting kind of way. So I'll also go over that on here. So this is using something called the TPO charts, market profile charts. So I will just cover the theory of that and some of these levels as well, after I've had a sip of water. You didn't get the notification on YouTube. I think the reason why you might not be getting notified on YouTube is because I set these. Now that's where you're wrong, because this has been around for a lot longer than that guy's even been alive. So he didn't invent it. Anyway, so what it is, it's an old school legacy market technique, which is using the market profile. So you have your value areas, and I've got again a video. I've got a video on this. You have your market profile and you have your value areas. And what we had yesterday was we had this daily open that was outside of our previous day value area. So this basically this orange section here, we are getting that bounce. We've actually hit the daily point of control. So be aware this is another opportunity for a short position. So we had this value area yesterday. So this is here, this little orange section. And this just means basically the area in which the majority of the trading had taken place throughout that day. And it was very similar for the day before as well. So when we come up here, we open, and that's this little green dot here, is we open above where fair value is for Bitcoin. So we've had, this is like fair value within this region around here for Bitcoin, and we open outside of it. Okay, so what we then get is this move. Overnight, we came into your daily point of control, or your previous day point of control. We had a little bounce off of that. We came through. We kind of had this partial completion. And then what we've had now is just this move down to the previous day value area low region, and are getting that bounce from there. So what you get from this is when you have an open that's outside and you get acceptance back within the, I'm not explaining this very well at all, you get acceptance back within previous day value area, it gives you an 80% probability that this PD val, previous day value area low, is going to get hit. So that's the setup that we did have today. It happened in a really weird way because we came down, partially completed it, took the highs, and now we've come through and fully completed that, and now we're at this daily point of control. So there's clearly a big fight going on here. Now I know, whoa, we will take away all the drawings on my screen. it depends what tick size you're on of where our daily POC is right now, because I'm looking at this in 20 tick. I like to have $10 intervals, and that's how I quite like things at the moment. I think this is on 20 tick. In fact, that might have actually changed. No, it's on 20. I used to have this on like 1 and 2 tick, but it was always so messy and it gave really bad values. But you've come back into that daily point of control. Now we do have a bigger area up here, which is within our initial balance. So we will have to watch that if that does continue to bounce. But we are back up at resistance at 43,800 here. And we will see how that holds. So our daily POC on Bybit at least is just here. So this means that there's been a lot of volume within this little section. So people trying to an attempt for some absorption here. Then we have that final move down. Maybe we do see a V-shaped recovery and we can get that move higher. I also want to see in just a minute where the US markets have opened. I'm going back and forth and flipping like crazy at the moment. So this is currently resistance. This is all happening so fast. So we have daily point of control as our current resistance. We will mark that on here. So there we go. That's why we're seeing this right now. And then if we do go back and we look at some levels above, if we take our breakdown, okay, yeah, so Delirium has just said this. So if we were to get a bounce higher, I would be looking now at 44,395, 44,400, basically as being the next key area of resistance on here. So if we do just clean this up a bit, we don't need previous day levels. Let's just keep our high time frame levels on here, and let's look at current day, which gives us our initial balance, and that probably gives us locally some good areas to be looking at. If we were to get another move down at this point, because we do have this set up for a potential short here, although I do get the feeling we're going to bounce a bit higher, but we do have that set up as a short, probably with your invalidation if we do get acceptance back within the initial balance. And you'd be looking for it basically now to take out the lows that we did have from yesterday, which would be just down here. So if we could take out those lows, that again would set up for quite a nice trade for me. So I'm going to stick an alert there if those lows are taken. Now we have done what Bitcoin loves to do, which is take out like one of them and then leave the others. But I am going to set an alert just here if we do come down and take out all of the lows on this chart. So if we were to get a move down that sees us do something like this, come down, take out the lows, and then we can look for a bounce again at that point. I think that will be very much, I'd imagine we're going to have some high correlation with the stock market again today. So we will just have a look at the stock market in just a second once I figure this out. And then the other thing that we do, if we do get more of a larger bounce from this, and this is probably the easier one to take right now, is that high is going to be very difficult to break now. We know that there's significant volume on that move down, and we know that it's, yeah, you've got pretty big resistance. So now if we were to get a move back towards the daily open and our golden pocket region, just here, we know for a fact that that's going to be very big resistance. Now that does give you a pretty wide stop, because you would want to be taking your stop loss around there at the highs. But at that point, you can probably be looking all the way down here, possibly from this. In fact, for me, it's 40,500. That's the key level for me. So you could potentially get a swing short position all the way down here. I think realistically, what you'd have is something like this. You'd maybe take these highs, you come back in here and maybe eventually grind down towards there. But that does set you up for a bigger swing position now, whereas we've seen quite clearly that there's two very strong rejections from this resistance. It's a possibility that we could get that as a move down. If we are going to see this recover quickly, And at this point, if we do get back above daily open and we hold around here, I'm certain we're going to see the yearly open tested. So for now, I think, yeah, key resistance right now is 44, 4444444 recurring, basically that area. So 44,400 and something. Reclaim that, say 44,500, and I do think we would finally see that move up towards the yearly. However, that for me is very strong resistance, and I would favor a move to the downside now because of that, because of what we've had today. But we'll just have to see how the market reacts. We'll have to see how the stock market reacts, of course, to the news today, and yeah, just trade that. But hey, we were expecting a volatile day, and that's exactly what we've had so far. So yeah. Let me have a look back at the chat again. So Keaton, is this template available to import? So I do have this template. This is available to, this is this one here. So this template is available to anyone within the crew. So we do have this. We've got a server basically where all of our educational content is, where all the templates are. So all of these templates that I'm looking at are available for crew. We also have a run through of how to get my templates on Trading Light on here as well. And we have templates for AgriTrade on there. So where you can see what the CVD divergence, we can have everything on here. So all of these kind of templates are all available for the crew members. All right. What else do we have? Prices also at global POC, weekly VWAP as well. So let me take a look at this as a range, because we're looking at this as a major point of control. But if we do pull the full range that we're in, there we are. Okay, so we are at massive resistance. We're at the point of control of this entire range, and we've seen twice now deviations from the high of it. So we do have this as a range, basically something like that. Okay, apologies for all the levels again. That is very messy. Let me do this. That's from the video. There we go. Okay, range. We have a range that's a little bit like this. It's a bit of a scrappy range, but we do have this. What we have within that is price currently at your point of control. It came down and got actually a bounce from the value area low. So you can see here, value area low of the range, as well as previous day value area low. Currently coming back into your POC, and then that does increase the probability at this point that we're going to see a move down to take out these lows here. So we've had the deviations up at the highs. Okay, and now is this going to act as resistance? Are we going to see it roll over? Are we going to get a deviation from the lows and then be able to take a trade back inside this range here? That would be very nice, actually, if we were to do something like that. And then we're coming back in to, if we do draw this out again, we look at the higher time frames, then we could see a move potentially all the way down here. Before we see any kind of bounce, because you've got not really a lot of volume within that region. And depending on what tick size you use, you do have a POC down at this region here, 41,500 area. So that is just another little example. It's kind of where we're at. Golden pocket here alongside this. If we were to get a move back down, let's go downside again. You could be looking at your 1-to-1, which would be coming in just below those lows. 42,300 would be an interesting area to see if we could get something like that. And what we also have is we've got another possible harmonic playing out here. Maybe. Maybe. Cool. Okay, at least the volatility has died down a bit. We do seem to be rolling over just a little bit here. I just... Oh, I do have a long. Let me close that for now. Cool. Coming into some nice support maybe. So that does seem to be a little bit of support within this region. We'll see if this holds. We've got a couple of hundred Bitcoin. Same on here. So we should have come into those bids now. Let's see if that can hold price up. So there it is. And what we have locally, we've not had a change of market structure or anything yet. So we still are looking at this as, I mean, there's not really been a proper bounce yet. But of course we do have this as being a lower high than we were around here. So let's see if it can get a change of market structure, come in here, and then we can look for maybe a bigger retrace and start to chop around within this region for a bit. But yeah, I think we're looking at a really important level here, at 43,800 being this big POC. So if price can reclaim it, I do think we could see a move higher towards the daily open again. All right, I think that's Bitcoin covered. What I'm going to do is quickly go on to look at the SPX. So we've had that bounce on open. So yeah, we did get that move down actually really nicely. So if we do go onto the higher time frames here, we can see, I'm going to remove that because that's old. We can see here how we gapped down, chopped around for a bit, came back in, filled that, and now we've left behind this. So what we've got basically going on now on the SPX is we'd be looking at this here being significant resistance. What I would probably expect to see is a move up into this region, come down, fill that gap, and then see if we can get continuation back up again to fill what is now this gap here. So that alert did go off. I can delete that. I don't know why that's still on here. But I think that's probably what I'd like to see. Let's do this on here. So we've had that move in. I don't think we'll come up all the way up here yet. I think something like this is probably more likely. But if the SPX bounces strongly, then I do think Bitcoin will also. So we'll pay attention to that. And we'll put alerts on if we do break above this high, because then that would be a significant change of market structure. So we're now back at that point of control, 43,800. There's the resistance on the SPX. There was the bounce from this support. We've just taken out those highs. Another chance to take a short. You could literally just be scalping this like mad right now. This is what I'd be doing if I was trading, because it's really easy. It's really easy. It's just telling you everything that it's going to do. We're coming back into resistance again here, and you can see how you just follow the money. Oh, I need to check the chat again. Okay, so there's your change of market structure. There goes S&P. Let's have a look here. Where is price coming into? Oh, look at that. Let's see if it can break through here. What you also have is you've got a pretty big area of resistance coming up just here. So that little region there. I wish I had order flow for ASPX, for ES. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to just sit and look at the chat for a second. Oh, we've got 100. We've got over 100 viewers in here. Okay, let's get this up to. Well, we've got to get over 50 likes. There's less than 50 likes here, so let's get this up to like 70 likes. Once we hit 70 likes, because we've got 110 viewers, I will continue. So yeah, 70 likes. Smash the likes up. Also, anyone that's new, again, anyone who has not seen any of my videos before, please do like and subscribe, do all of that kind of stuff, and check out tauruscrypto.com. It's up above there. P keeps telling me that I need to redo the little banner at the top of the page, like up here. You can see it. My mouse won't go into it, but I do need to redo the little banner up there so it's a bit more visible. I also I got a new toy today, so my streams will be a lot nicer. I got this. Hold on. I bought myself a new toy. Got a new toy, so I'll be able to like. Oh right, it's all going out the way. I'll be able to like have little hotkeys and little buttons that bring up like different links and stuff on stream whilst I'm doing that. So my streams will get much better. Now that I have this, so I'm excited to use that. I'll plug that in later. But yeah, if you'd like to learn more about the community, all of the big YouTube videos are in here. Look, here's the live stream that we're currently doing. It's up on the website. And of course, you can look at the crew membership and you can learn more about the crew membership and everything from the website. So yeah, that's all there. If you would like to have a look. Anyway, yes, we have hit target. Thank you very much, everyone. We're up to 88 likes. Two fat ladies, 88. And yeah, what I will also do. Oh, look. Let's just have a look. There we go. So we have had that little local change of market structure now. Yeah, you don't have to keep ringing. Cool. So continuing to bounce. So any discounts in membership? Appreciate your viewers, please. So what we do is we do offer sometimes more of like a fun thing. Now and again we will offer trials, and I think for Valentine's Day I may do something, so I might announce that later. If you do join the Discord, the free Discord, which you can do on here, if you go to the homepage and you scroll down, go onto Discord, and if you tag myself and P, just saying like you're interested, or something, then we will do a little something for Valentine's Day because it's an event and I love all of the community and I love everyone that is watching these streams. So I do have an idea for that, and there may be something along those lines. So yeah, but you have to tag us, and I want to make sure that there's interest in it before we do any kind of offers or anything like that. Also, Keaton, what are the pros of Taurus Crew versus other communities? Not biased, just curious. Basically, so I'll continue this in a minute. I mean, this is a good opportunity just to talk about what we do. With like the crew membership and stuff, what our focus is on is just making sure that we're always around for all trades. We don't we're not doing it as like signals and stuff, but the aim for myself and for everyone there is just to be constantly on top of what's going on with all the price action. So we do live trading rooms. We do a live trading room every day. We do live updates every day, pretty much. And within those, it is always like, so tonight, for example, we're trading the Asia Open. So yesterday we did do the New York session. So we did a live stream within the crew where we were basically just looking at where price is now, what is the plan for the next moves, and if anything happens during that live session, then we talk it through and we go through all the technicals and we take a look at that. So yesterday what we had as our example was we were looking at the Gartley, and this was yesterday's New York session. So we were looking at the Gartley playing out, and we had it. I haven't got the example on here, but again, I did record a video. I did upload a video just before this. We were basically looking at the next trade. We wanted to see this Gartley play out, which was here, and then we were looking to take that into the 0.5. Big bounce here on Bitcoin, nice. And then we wanted to take it into the 0.5, which is actually exactly where it hit. So we were looking for those next setups, and then we were able to trade that through as basically a community and giving updates along the way. So we're always doing that. We've got a load of educational content. We're still a fairly like new, small community, so I think like there's a lot less noise in there compared to some other places, and yeah, just generally a really nice place to be. So I enjoy doing it, and yeah, that's the aim, is yeah, just teaching people how to trade this stuff effectively, because I think a lot of people get scared by ranges like this. Jeez, this is crazy. And yeah, they get worried by it and are unable to trade it. So that's basically that. Oh look, we've hit the daily open and the golden pocket. So here we go. I am taking a short. If it continues through here, this would be mad. So what were we talking about just a minute ago? If we were able to break through this change market structure, the next level is the daily open. So short position taken. Into your golden pocket, into your daily open. Also on the SPX. Still holding around here, so let's see what happens. Great little move. Nice, nice. Reclaim this, and I do think this will have been a massive stop run. If we reclaim this level, I think it's been a big old stop run, and I think we're going to come up here and test the yearly. I think they will be very, very bullish if we get through this area here, which is why I am hedging my bets and taking a short on here. I told you, 4444444. That was the level. That was the one, and we hit it. Magic. It's all magic. Let's have a look at the order flow from that. Back into this region. It'd be cool if we do go up a little bit higher. I'd say your last little point of resistance here will be about 44,525. beyond that acceptance outside of here. So if we were to see price come up like this and we have a bit of time above here, I think that would look really bullish. So we're at very, very significant resistance right now. On this, I would expect we have had a lot of these short positions that did open at the lows now stopped out. So here we go. So there was the big increase in shorts, now been stopped. So open interest should be on its way down again. It is still going. Fair play, Bitcoin. This could actually be really bullish. That big move down. Whoa, go on. Okay. This is cool. So again, longs that got trapped at the bottom, shorts that got trapped at the bottom, absolutely wrecked now. Let's have a look at the liquidations coming in. All of these red liquidations, this is all short positions getting liquidated. All of these short positions getting liquidated. And we are continuing to see some big buying coming in. We knew there'd be volatility. This is good fun. SPX continuing to rise. So this again is reclaiming some important resistance, or it's back testing some important resistance. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're through that. So now the daily open becomes support. Daily open becomes support, and I think we're going to go up and hit the yearly open. This is awesome. What a move. Okay. We've taken the highs. Oh my god. This is too fast for me now. I'm getting overexcited. Are we going to SFP the highs, or are we going to get continuation? I need to trade this, and this is really difficult when I'm doing a stream. I do not have everything open that I want to have open right now. Wow. All right, I need to just look at AgriTrade. That's probably the thing that's going to be most helpful for me right now. 10-second chart. Let's have a look at this. Let's continue to follow this. This is so crazy. Yearly open, come on. You can do it. We also have these highs up here. So more alerts, more alerts, more alerts. This is happening too fast. And also, yeah, so basically, what one of you was asking about, like what the benefits of the crew are. Basically, we do this kind of thing every day. We do conversations with the crew every day, and we're looking at the price action. It's a lot less like just generally chatty than this, and we're more actively trying to trade it rather than just being like, wow, this is cool, here's the next level, wow, this is cool. We're talking through it a bit more technically, but it's kind of the same idea, right? We're looking at current price action, we're looking at where things are going to go next, and we do this all the time, and we're generally very profitable from it. So if you are struggling with your trading and you do want to learn how to trade this kind of crazy price action, then it could be worth looking into. Of course, never any there is no financial advice, and we do not give signals. But yeah, we're generally quite good at being able to trade this kind of stuff. Uh, but Luke, isn't there an MPOC around 46.4? Yes. So why is this not changing tabs? There we go. MPOC. So this here, 46,240-ish. And then if we do look at where the yearly open is, that's 46,195. So this would be a really important region. I do have it on here if I do go MPOCs. No, I don't. For some reason, that's not on my MPOCs, but there is an MPOC up here. That was where? Oh, 46,240-ish. So yeah, there's the next confluence there. Tom J's butthurt because he took the short off the golden pocket, which I mean, you've got to watch the price action, man. When price is moving that high, I said it was a potential. If you reclaim that it's bullish, and that's what we've happened. I mean, you could have got out of that with really good profit. It's a 0.65% move. So if you're just scalping, that's all it is. You had a reaction from it. You could have easily got in and out with profit from that trade. But yeah, that's a shame. No reason to take it out on others. That's why I say it's not financial advice. This has happened really quickly. And I'm just trying to go through it as clearly as I can, saying like, here are some levels which will get a reaction. It did get a reaction. But if you're stopped out on that, you've just got to understand, like, you look at the volume coming in. I mean, we can talk through that because some people probably did trade it. This has all happened so fast. Let's have a look. Where was it? 4444444. So we're in this region. We've got resistance up here. Annoying that the 1 minute chart isn't quite giving you enough data. Right. Let me have a look. Let's see if I can clearly explain this. I mean, basically, you're just looking at very, very high volume coming in. A lot of volatility. And there wasn't actually a lot to stop it there. This all happened so quickly that the books were very thin. There wasn't a chance for it really to start doing that. Now you're starting to get a bit more interest around here. But let's go on to it. And let's explain this. Because, I mean, this is trading. It doesn't always work out. So... And look, this is the easiest, very, very simple, okay? And this is why you can't always catch everything all the time. I don't have my full trading setup here, but this, I can explain everything. So if you had just been caught up in that, what, very simply, okay, you hit daily open. Yes, it caused a pullback, a pretty decent pullback of around $200. That's not unreasonable at all. But if you're doing that, okay, VWAP becomes massively important. I can't show you every single thing that's on here. But what happened there, price comes down, or all these tabs, price comes into your daily open, it rejects, immediately you get support on VWAP. Okay? And you've got to take profit at VWAP. Always, always, always. No matter what happens, if you come into VWAP, if you were long from here, that would have been take profit for me. If you've taken the short on daily open, you hit VWAP again, it's a take profit, and that just bounced it. That just launched price. You also have previous day value area high. You had to be aware that we had come through that again. What was I saying earlier? You had acceptance outside of that. Yes, we had confluence here, but you immediately, straight away, came into support. And that's the thing. This is a news event that we've got going on. It's a catalyst. It's just accelerating everything. So it is a very risky time to trade. It's a very exciting time to trade because you can talk it through, and it's good fun, but it is a very risky time to trade because it's all happening so fast. You hit the lows, you hit really good technical area there, you come through, you hit your daily open, straight back into VWAP, to previous day value area high, important levels, and it just launched us. What we also had down there, I mean, there wasn't really any imbalances. You didn't get anything like, let's go on to the low time frames. Let's have a look, 30-second chart or something here. Yeah, there wasn't much in the way of like imbalances and stuff going on, but yeah, you can see it here. There's your support. It's just very, very quick. So let's see. Let's see if this goes get some continuation higher. Anyway, it's been fun. So at this point, you got to say, you've got to say again, daily open now becomes quite nice, nice support once again. Basketballs. What news happened? Just arrived in the stream. So it was basically the US inflation data, CPI data was released today. So that happened. We were expecting volatility. It happened last week, I think it was, when we had the big Fed FOMC meeting. There's a lot of eyes on what's going on in America right now. And it does really, really speed up the price action. So yeah, that's the news that we've had recently today. And you've just shaken out both sides. And that's the thing, like, when this kind of stuff happens, it's all very exciting. But I'd say give yourself, like, if you know there's something very significant, a very significant news event that's happening, and you are expecting that, I'd say give yourself like an hour or two breathing room either side of that event if you're not experienced in trading it. It's like when you're trying to trade earnings on stocks. You don't really want to be in a position or trying to catch positions that hour or two either side of when an earnings come out. And it's the very same thing like when we're having this where there's a lot of eyes on the market, just from the fact that like everyone's watching it, it doesn't necessarily mean that the news is causing price action to do anything. It's just there's so many people watching and so many people expecting volatility, wanting to trade it, getting that FOMO into trying to trade it, that you get this like the price action just increases so much, and the speed in which everything happens increases so much. So if you're not experienced in trading like the super low time frames and you're not experienced in scalping, like you would have had how long was that? We can go back and we can have a look. Like you could have got a profitable trade from that daily open, but you would have had around about less than a minute probably to get in and out at profit before price continued higher. And there were technical reasons for the bounce that we did have because it came back into the VWAP and everything. So yeah, unless you're really experienced, I'd say give yourself like an hour or two either side. We're almost an hour into the US market, so the initial balance is going to be formed, or the initial balance will be there within the next 15 minutes. That will give you more data to trade, and that will mean that things probably start to just chill out a little bit once that initial balance is in. Once people have got the positions that they want, then maybe things start to become a bit more rational again for the average trader, but we're going to end up here with a huge initial balance on the SPX, like massive. So you're looking at an IB on here that's, I don't know if this is going to go any higher, but you're looking at big initial balance, big volume on your first hour of trading. Now, generally speaking, that means that probably for the rest of the day, the big money is probably already in the position that they want to be in. They're probably holding their longs from here, holding their shorts from here, and they can just play this spread for the whole day now. So that's probably what's quite likely. Deviations from either side of this initial balance are likely to get faded, and that's just, again, it's not guaranteed, but yeah, deviations are likely to get faded at this point because you see high volume. The big money's probably already there and is happy with the positions, whereas when you see like a really narrow initial balance like we had yesterday, being here, you're likely to see trending moves come out of it. So it's just basic theory. When you see a move like this that happens at the start of the session, it's unlikely that you're going to get too much continuation. So I think at this point we're probably just about done. We've had the excitement for the day. If this does get continuation, it's probably quite likely to be fairly explosive. But I'd say, yeah, we're looking to fade either side of this on the SPX, and we're probably looking to fade either side of this on Bitcoin right now. So if I were to guess right now, I think we're probably looking at just things calming down now for the rest of the afternoon, and we'll see where things settle. You've got some nice levels to take trades from now, so if we do pull back again into this daily open region, this chart's getting so messy now. Where are all these other things? I don't know what this line here is. Oh, that's the channel. Okay. That's this big channel. Cool. Yeah, VWAP daily open. Acts quite nice. Support. So potential longs from there. This pink line doesn't need to be there. That was a change of market structure. That's your global point of control. And yeah, we know if price goes higher, then we might get the yearly open. And if price goes lower, then we're looking down here. Okay, right. I think we've had our fun. We've had our little Darth Maul candle on the 4-hour chart. This is going to close in 40 minutes, so it'll be interesting to see where that 4-hour close happens. But yeah, I think that's probably shaken out both sides nicely. And I do think we're probably looking at that initial balance being in and it probably calming down now for the rest of the day. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up because that was pretty full on. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to anyone here that is again that's new to watching these streams. We always try and catch volatility, and when we are expecting volatility, we always try to go live for that. Please do like and subscribe. Please do check out the website tauruscrypto.com if you would like to know more about the community and about the crew membership. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm happy. Cool. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you. There won't actually be a live stream tomorrow evening, so I haven't mentioned that yet. We will be doing Asia trading room tonight. So tonight we are trading the daily open, which will be quite an interesting one. There won't be a public live stream tomorrow because I'm out tomorrow night. Usually when I go out, that means the market dumps, so be aware of that. Tomorrow night I will be out rather than live streaming, so normally when I live stream it pumps and when I go out it dumps. But yeah, cool. Thank you very much, and I will see you